Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this week's video. This is probably going to be one of my favorite videos that I'm ever going to record because it's about organization, which makes me really happy. That's probably the most Enneagram 1 thing you've ever heard, but whatever, it's true. For this portion, I kind of want to split it up into two because I don't know, I feel like it's clearer that way, but for this one, it's going to be how to organize your mental space. So that's kind of fun because I feel like, well, I was talking to my mom about this and I was showing her like everything that I do to organize my day, and like I'm just like naturally more inclined to organize. Like I genuinely just like enjoy planning stuff. So I was talking to my mom about it and I was showing her like my planner and my notebook and everything, and she was like, oh, like you're so good at organizing, like I can't do that. And she was like, you know, like people would really like if you made a video about this. I was like, that's a really good idea actually, because sometimes I forget that not everyone's like naturally inclined to organize, and that's totally okay. I kind of want to go through like how I plan my weeks, how I plan my days, as well as just like some tips on how to be more productive. I just finished this book and it's called The Productivity Project by Grace Bailey. Or I didn't finish this. I'm reading this book. He just gives you like a bunch of tips on how to be more productive, how to organize your time better and stuff like that. And so I've been implementing these tips into my life and they help so much. So I kind of want to share them with you guys. Without further ado, let's get on with the video. I guess like I should start with like the most basic planning thing that I do, which is just having a planner. And so this is like, everyone already knows it. Planners are good, they're helpful. With planner planning, basically what I do is just like for school, I'll just write everything down that I have to do for like that period of time. So like I'll have like my assignment. Okay, this is kind of an ugly one because I had to use different pens because my pen ran out. I'll just put like all my school assignments there, and then they have like cute little check boxes so I can check it off when I'm done, which I really like. And then if I have like a school related event, I'll put it in there too. Just stuff like that. It's just like basically school stuff goes in here so that I can keep that separate, and like that's kind of like a day-to-day thing. So that's like really simple, but that's just basically what I do with this planner. And this is a really cute one from Rifle Paper Co. And now on to more of like the productivity section of my planning. So this has to do more with like making sure I'm doing the most important tasks, not necessarily just like completing tasks. And so basically what I do, and I got this like strategy from the Productivity Project, is so I write like weekly plan. So I split my life up into like 3 little sections. So it's personal, and then lividly, which pertains everything like social media, and then school. So like that's kind of like important school stuff I have to get done. And so I'll just put my 3 most important things that I need to complete over the week for each section. So like for my personal section, I'll put like 3 things that are really important to get done. Lividly, 3 things. So like for example, blog posts, film my Q&A, edit another video. And then for school, I'll have like the most important like school projects or like tests and stuff that I need to do and stuff like that. And so basically like every Sunday or Monday morning, I'll just like go through, think about like what's the most important thing that I need to get done that week, and then just write it down like that. And I don't know, I just really I prefer this to like the bullet journal method, because like obviously you can like kind of do this thing with that, but I just like lines better. It is very similar though. So like if I cancel something, I'll just like mark an X on it, and then if I'm moving something, I'll put like a little arrow like that, and that means I'm moving it on to the next week. I like to do it like on the left page so that on the right page I have my daily like 3 most important tasks. So every day I write the 3 most important things I need to get done, and then in little bullet points under it I'll put like other things I need to do. So like for example, on January 14th I had to do calculus homework, written event, and let's say gov homework. So those are my 3 most important things for that day. And then under it in little bullet points, I'll put like, okay, Orange Theory, send newsletter. So stuff like that. That's like not gonna take up that much time, but I do need to get done and I don't want to forget. But I'm not gonna put it in my 3 most important ones, because the 3 most important kind of idea is that you're doing the tasks that are most high impact and high reward and that you really need to do, so that you're focusing on completing those, instead of like, if you just have a regular to-do list, you're just gonna kind of cross off stuff that isn't as important and feel productive, but you're not actually being productive, because the most important stuff you have to do isn't getting done. So like that's kind of the idea with that, and I think it's really helpful and just like really interesting. So yeah, that's basically what I do. And then sometimes I'll just have like a separate page for like a to-do list, and I'll put like random stuff I have to get done. But now I kind of digitalize that part of it more. So for the weekly plan, I put it in this notebook, but for like regular to-do lists, I like to put it on the notes app of my phone. So that's like really helpful, because that's kind of the next part I'm going to be talking about. So my next tip is make use of the notes app, because it is so useful. And I love, they did kind of an update where you can like put a bunch of stuff in it. So I kind of want to show you like on my laptop. First thing I do with my notes app is have like what he calls a brain dump. And so basically on your phone, which is really easy because you can always access it, you just literally write anything that comes to your mind. So like anything that you have to do, you just write it down. I just have like a big list of just everything that comes to mind that I need to do. And so this isn't necessarily just to do, it might be like ideas or stuff I have to get, like stuff like that like I don't want to forget about. And so kind of like his idea behind that is that when you're externalizing everything in your mind, you create so much more room to actually like think about the stuff that you really need to think about, which is really important. I didn't really think about, but let's say like you know that you have to do this one thing, you're just kind of wasting space in your head like trying to remember it, when like you could just externalize it and put in a list and like look back at it later. So that's kind of the idea with that. But yeah, that's kind of what I do. I just implemented that like this week, but it's been super helpful and I really recommend it. And I just like clicking the little box where it like turns yellow, and like that means you did it. The next thing that I kind of do is on like my notes app is I create lots of lists. I love lists, they make me so happy. But I don't know, I just think it's kind of a good tip to just like make use of that app, because there's so many times where like I've been on Instagram or like I'm watching a video, I'm like, ooh, like I really want to read that book, and then I like completely forget about it. So like I do have like a notes with just like the books I want to read, because I always am looking for good books, so I want to like make sure that I have those on hand, as well as like I'll have a wish list for all like the things that I want to get, because you know like when your birthday or like Christmas rolls around, everyone's like, what do you want? And you're like, I have no idea. But like there are stuff that you want, but you just like forgot about it. Especially like if you're like into social media or YouTube, or you have like a job or something, I think it's a really good idea to kind of have like a separate like notes for just like random ideas that come to your mind. So I do that a lot, like with video ideas, blog post ideas, IG post ideas, like I'll just like make lists for them. So I think it's very important and very useful to do. So I really recommend that. Don't just let it slip through your mind. So the next thing that I want to show you that I do is my Google Calendar, which I feel like people use it, but I kind of want to show you like exactly what I do, because it's very helpful. So I use my I use my Google Calendar for like events that pertain to like my personal life, or with Lividly. So like I like being able to like see it on my calendar, but I don't want to clutter that in my like school planner. So if you can see it here, you know how there's like brown and pink little like things. So the brown ones I colored to be like for me personally. So like if I have to get my allergy shots, if I have to go somewhere, like I'll color it that color. And then the pink ones are specifically for Lividly. So I put like a little reminder to upload my video, my blog post, when to vlog, when to edit stuff like that. And so that's really helpful, because I love having like, first of all, I chose very aesthetic colors and they look really cute. And second of all, it's just nice, especially if you have the Google Calendar app in your phone, which is really helpful. You can just kind of get like alerts, and it like reminds you like, hey, like you need to go Orange Theory now, or you need to get your allergy shots. And like that's really helpful, because sometimes it'll just like slip my mind, and I need that reminder because my memory is so bad. Well, I just really think that you should make use of the Google Calendar. And like if you have different aspects of your life, like don't just like make them all one color, because that's so confusing and you'll just get really overwhelmed because you just see like a bunch of stuff you have to do. So I think it's a really good idea to kind of like color code it and choose like aesthetically pleasing colors. I feel like people don't think it's that important, and maybe it's just me, but like aesthetics affect me so much, like it's crazy. So like if it's not an aesthetic color, like I just get stressed out and I don't like looking at it. Honestly, just make organization fun. Like just, that's what I do. Like wait, let me show you. A few weeks ago I got these markers, so I kind of wanted to like doodle in my little like weekly plan. And so I kind of made like flowers and like I just made it really cute and stuff like that. Like I just really enjoy it. So like then I start organizing better. Let's do a little recap of what this video is about, shall we? Have a school planner where you have all your school stuff and you can write it down, because some teachers won't let you have your phones and then you're just stuck trying to remember that in your head or on a sticky note that you lose. Second, weekly planning. So go through like at the beginning of your week and think of your 3 most important things you need to get done, and then every day think of the most important things that you have to get done too. Third tip is make use of the notes app on your phone and have a brain dump. Externalize. That is so important. Literally, the statistics in this book are crazy. Like I can't believe like how much more productive you get when you just externalize everything and stop wasting that space in your head. Like it's so helpful. So really good tip. And then lastly, use your Google Calendar and color code for like the different aspects of your life, because that's really important, and I promise you that it'll help and you'll just get little reminders and they'll be all cute and stuff. And then also on your phone, like for the Google Calendar app, they have like an option to like make like a task or a goal or a reminder. I think that's really cute and helpful. So just like play around with like different things. You don't have to use like exactly what I use, but I just think it's kind of like helpful to kind of give you some ideas of how you could do it, because it's really not that stressful. And I feel like when people kind of get into the bullet journaling realm, they kind of make it too complicated and then you don't keep up with it. And so if you just have like a cute little thing where you can just like list the most important things you need to do and then bullet points for like other things, I think that's like pretty easy to keep up with. Like it literally takes like a minute. Like it's not that hard, and you don't have to draw boxes or anything, because I don't like doing that, because if I mess up, I will scrap the whole thing. This is kind of a video to help you think about like how are you gonna implement these things in your life? How are you gonna get more organized? Especially with 2020, we wanna get those organizational goals on. And I think we all underestimate the power of like mental organization and planning. Maybe you're not freaked out by what an organizational freak I am. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment down below any other things that you want to see, any critiques, concerns, compliments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!